When traveling abroad, the number one thing travelers need is cellular data. Between all those touristy videos you'll be sending back home and the constant map usage, accessing the internet on your phone in a foreign country is basically non-negotiable. That's where eSIM Android coverage comes in. So today I'll show you my top picks that'll get you the gigabytes that you need, no matter where you're jet setting off to. Rather than using a physical SIM card, an eSIM is a virtual version that can be installed onto your device remotely, eliminating the need to go to a cellular store at all. And figuring out how to activate an eSIM for Android is pretty straightforward, with providers generally just asking you to scan a QR code or to manually enter information in settings. Plus, an Android eSIM can also be swapped between phones, and you even have the option to use multiple carriers on one device in case you need more international coverage and flexibility. So how can you find out if your phone is eSIM compatible? There are a couple of ways to check for eSIM Android compatibility, though you may see some minor differences between models. Option 1 is to go to Settings, then press the Connections button, or it may say Connections and Mobile Hotspot. Then navigate to SIM Card Manager. If the Add eSIM or Add Mobile Plan buttons are available, then you're good to go. This process could change slightly from model to model, so take it with a grain of salt. Another way to check if your Android supports an eSIM is by typing IMEI into the settings search bar. If you see a button labeled IMEI information eSIM, then your device is compatible. Keep in mind that your device must be unlocked in order to support this technology. All right, with the technical part out of the way, let's take a look at our best eSIM for traveling picks. Saily versus Airalo versus Nomad. Starting off with Saily, one of the newest eSIM providers on the market. Saily was created by the reputable Nord security team. You probably heard us mention them a million times already, since they also created NordVPN, NordPass, and NordLayer, plus lots of other leading cybersecurity tools. And that's not even getting into their high-profile merger with Surfshark. The thing that makes eSIMs like Saily perfect for international travel is that not only can you remotely set them up in minutes, but there are also tons of countries to choose from. This means you won't have to spend your time in a foreign country trying to find a local service provider. Instead, you'll be able to focus on sightseeing and getting that new social media content to make your friends back home jealous. Saily offers data abroad in more than 150 countries. Just keep in mind they currently don't include calls or SMS in any plans. The interface itself is clean and understandable, and activating the eSIM is super simple. Plus, customer support is available 24/7, so no matter which time zone you're currently in, assistance is always just a click away. Now, like all of today's providers, Saily does offer a 5G connection that'll get you really fast data transfers, but I'll go over speed expectations later on during our wrap-up segment. Currently, there are single country and regional plans available. The pricing varies according to each country, but overall I found Saily to be on the more affordable side compared to other providers. In fact, I was surprised at just how reasonably priced all of today's international eSIM plans are. Heck, there are even global options available that cost less than my local provider charges me. And you can get one of their plans at an even cheaper price when you use our exclusive discount link below or the QR code on screen. All right, next up on my best eSIM provider list is Airalo. With Airalo, not only are there over 200 countries and regions to choose from, but you also have the flexibility to opt for local, regional, or global plans depending on your travel needs. The local plan is perfect if you're just visiting one country, whereas the regional plan provides coverage throughout entire continents. Both of these plans only offer internet data at the moment. However, if you do need calls and SMS, then those are available with the global plans. Now, this plan offers access to 124 countries, and you still have the choice between data only or bundle packages that include calls and texts. I appreciate that there's an abundance of variety, so whether you need a lot of gigabytes for a short-term trip or just a little data for a long-term stay, Airalo has you covered. Again, like Saily, a 5G connection is supported, and the interface has everything well organized and easy to access. And in case you need help with anything along the way, there is 24/7 support via email and live chat. Okay, moving on to my final best eSIM recommendation, Nomad. Here, you'll have more than 170 countries available, and there's plenty of variety when picking a plan that works best for you. If you opt for a day plan, the Nomad allows you to customize exactly how many days and gigabytes you want in advance. and once you've used up all your high-speed data, they'll even grant you access to throttled, though still unlimited data, until your next plan resets at the 24-hour mark. This is especially convenient if you're traveling for a workation and need to use your phone's hotspot frequently. But if that much flexibility isn't necessary, then regular single-country plans are also available. With regional plans, you can select from entire continents or popular predetermined country combinations, like Singapore, Malaysia, and the Philippines, or Italy, France, and Germany. So those of you looking to country hop, Nomad's got your back. If you need a global plan, then there are 109 countries available. However, SMS and texts aren't really included. There is a prepaid SMS plan offered for those traveling only in the US or Canada, but that's about it. Like Saily and Airalo, 5G is supported, and Nomad even promotes certain countries that have it as their expected baseline. And while there is customer support available with Nomad, it is only available via email, so a response may take more time. Regardless of which provider you decide to use for your travels, be sure to get their plans at an even cheaper price with the discount I've left in the description. Before we wrap up this review, what kind of speeds can you expect to get from these eSIM providers? As I mentioned, 5G is supported by all three eSIMs, however, you may not always have access to it. Overall, I found that Airalo had the fastest download speeds at about 55 megabytes per second. Now, both Saily and Nomad had average download speeds between 20 and 60. However, we found that they consistently averaged 50 megabytes per second in urban areas, which is certainly enough for high-speed internet activities like streaming and heavy browsing. Additionally, since all of these providers are supported by AT&T and T-Mobile, we found that their connection stability was very high, with reliable performance across major cities and small towns alike, meaning that you can enjoy your travels without worrying about inconsistent speed rates or sudden connection downtime. Whew, that's a relief. Okay, so to sum up this best travel eSIM for Android review, there are several ways to get data abroad, and choosing any of my covered providers is a great way to start. Each one offers different plans tailored for different needs, so pick the one that suits your needs best. I'm going to leave a Saily QR code discount on screen now, and if you're looking for more Cybernews content to binge, I'll leave a video there as well. Thanks for hanging out, and happy travels.